Philadelphia's award-winning author Solomon Jones taught a free writing workshop for Philadelphia and Camden school district parents in partnership with Parent University at the school district building on Broad Street. Solomon believes that parents are partners in education, and getting parents involved means stronger community, better schools, and more successful students. I first met Solomon about 10 years ago at a Dundee, where he was selling his first book, Pipe Dream. That book was powerful. After that, I picked up The Bridge and Cream and Keeping Up with the Joneses. I'm still a couple books behind, and now he has a new one out, The Last Confession. I had the privilege of sitting in on the workshop last night, and it was full of gems of knowledge coming straight from this great author's mouth.
What have you, there'll be a short bio at the end. If it's in a newspaper, it's in a magazine, if it's on the back of a book. There'll be a short bio at the end. And that's so that the reader knows who you are and can gauge from that bio, is this somebody I really want to read this from?
In very plain language, Solomon gives you the tips for writer success.
The 6 steps. I use 6 steps to put together a plot. Okay? The first step is figuring out the setting. The setting is the time and place where the story happens. That will set up the parameters in which the story takes place. The boundaries. Because there's certain stuff that can happen in one setting that can't happen in another setting. So the first thing you do is put together the setting. Second thing you do is the main character. That's the person that the story is about. That's the person through whose eyes the story is told. The third thing is the supporting character. The supporting character's job is to illuminate, to let the reader know who the main character is. Once you put together your setting, your main character, supporting characters, the relationships between the characters, the conflict, that's step 5. And then step 6 is how the conflict is resolved.
Oh no, this isn't one of those workshops where the guy stands in front of the room and lectures you into a coma. Solomon actually gives assignments to make sure that the students capture the points that he's trying to get across. And then they come and read their work.
This is the war-torn environment in which Roberto grew up. From a young age, Roberto proved to be a fighter. He fight his siblings and his friends. And although his teacher tell him he's smart, he never tried hard in school. Because Roberto's behavior, his parents considered giving him the way or putting him in a special school.
After each reading, Solomon encouraged the students to critique each other.
The girls are also out there on the stroll, advertising their ability to perform unmentionable acts for pay. Where the more profitable drug transactions take place, the hustlers indignantly work the graveyard shift. You learn early on to indulge yourself fully in the streets or stay completely away from that scene, because the worst things almost always happen late at night. Jameer has survived the craziness of it all, leaving behind a life of crime to become a law-abiding citizen. He was now able to sleep peacefully at night. He was truly blessed to get off the streets.
But the highlight of the night was to hear Solomon critique the student work.
And we know that he's trying to do something different. So now, whoever's on the other end of that phone, that should be, I think, the main supporting character, whoever the person is that he's closest to.
The advice and guidance given by Solomon to these guys was invaluable.
Well, the first thing you want to do is self-edit. And the best way, and that's one of the reasons why we're reading aloud. I read all my stuff aloud. I know my kids think I'm crazy. I know they think I'm out of my mind. But I read all my stuff aloud because when you read your stuff aloud, you can hear what doesn't sound right. And when you edit, you print it out and edit it on paper, because there's stuff you're going to catch on paper that you cannot catch on a computer screen. So, we're reading aloud because I think that you're going to hear some stuff as you read through your own stuff that you're like, no.
Students and parents who participated in the workshops will gather again on May 22nd at the Marathon Grill for the Words on the Streets Awards ceremony.